My name is Jimmy.
What's up, you guys? Jimmy here, back at you with another review for Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors. And this is episode number 7, and the episode is titled The Savage Spider-Man. Now, before I get to the review, I will warn you, I will be talking about the episode, so if you haven't watched it yet, go do so first, and then come back here. But in this episode, Spidey, with assistance from Wolverine, they travel to the Savage Land to recruit the next hero for their team, Ka-Zar. And once they finally are, when they're first getting there, you could totally tell that Spider-Man is totally out of his element. I mean, not everything can he shoot a web from, so he's pretty much having to just most of the time it seems like he's having to just jump from tree to tree, thanks to his spider agility. But when they finally come after him, and after a bit of a fight between them, find out that Ka-Zar's adopted brother, Sabu, has been taken by none other than Taskmaster, which, I mean, again, shouldn't be a surprise, and Kraven the Hunter, which kind of shouldn't be a surprise, because Kraven would be the perfect guy for Taskmaster. But they eventually are able to get to them. But they make a quick escape and shoot Spider-Man with a poison darts that is poison from the jungle, which kind of brings out the savageness out of whatever it infects. And when it comes to Spider-Man, he becomes none other than Man Spider, which I have not seen literally in anything since the 90s animated series, so that kind of got me in the nostalgic way. So it was really cool to just see Man Spider. So how much OP he looked. I mean, I don't think Man Spider could take out a full-on T-Rex, but don't want to get into many of that. But they're eventually able to change Spider-Man back to himself, which the remedy, I'd almost say screw the remedy, because it looked like a primitive skunk stinking your face. I know it's not technically farts, but that's like saying, oh, do you want to, if you want to be normal, you have to be fart in your face. No thank you. No thank you. I don't want to take some nasty ass bath just to be able to get the stink off. No thanks. But they're able to eventually take the fight to them over in back in New York, and we actually find out the reason why Kraven wants Sabu so much is that there's this kind of prophecy or something that every 1,000 years, if you sacrifice a saber-toothed tiger, you get immortality. Which I guess it makes that much more sense of Kraven willingly helping out Taskmaster. But I'm sorry, even for a comic book type show, and this is the first time. I think this is the first appearance of the Savage Lands in the current animated universe. It may have been there more than once, but this is the first time since I've been seriously paying attention. But, eventually Ka-Zar and Spider-Man and Wolverine are able to take out Taskmaster, but Taskmaster leaves mysterious again, and they were able to save Sabu. And towards the end of the episode, Spider-Man asks Ka-Zar about joining about his team and joining him. And Ka-Zar, pretty much in his own way, he said yes. Because of the fact, mainly because of the fact that he helped rescue Zabu and kind of learning from the Savage Lands and bringing it to New York with him. So he said he would do the same thing and stay. So, and that was pretty much it for the episode. I have to say, I really like this episode because the major fact that we got to see Man Spider make his debut in the animated universe. So awesome. Even though he looked a little OP, it was still awesome to see him there. And it was nice seeing the Savage Lands, which, you know, the thing I think they could have done better in this episode is bring in some other Savage Land-based characters. Now, I'm not saying so much of that as being a bad thing. I'm just saying that would make the episode that much more enjoyable. Because the Savage Lands, and I think Ka-Zar originally come from X-Men. I know Savage Lands come from X-Men, but I'm not sure about Ka-Zar. But that just would have been a little bit more icing on the cake. Yeah, and the fact that we finally get to see Wolverine again. I kind of wish they could redesign his costume because it more looks closely to his classic outfit. I would just like the yellow and blue because that's how I've always seen him in his yellow and blue. And seeing him in something else is, you know, the first time seeing him, I'm like, what the heck is up with this costume? And that was back in season 1. Which, you know, to be honest, I did try to get into that season 1, but it's not like I woke up every Sunday morning just for that show. No. I watched those episodes later on, but, you know, this is another episode that just is a little, just makes me like that show that much more. I have to say, this is officially my favorite current animated show from Marvel. You know, and I'm not saying it's better than Earth's Mightiest Heroes or anything like that. I'm talking about, like, currently happening now. I mean, because at first, I hated it with a passion, and now I sort of love it. Which is strange. You know, and I think, if anything, I think Avengers Assemble, you know, even though I praised that a little bit, I think Avengers Assemble, for me, is going to become the new Ultimate Spider-Man. How it was at first. Because there have been some changes in Avengers Assemble, which look like bad stuff from what I'm hearing. What it is, like, writers and whatnot that were, like, people that were involved with Earth's Mightiest Heroes that were in for Avengers Assemble are now consultants. So that could potentially be a suckish thing. You know, and Paul Dini also is a writer and producer for Hulk and the Agents of Smash, even though I have not watched it beyond the last episode I reviewed. I need to go back and watch it, though. Because that show, you know, I did like that show as much as I did. But, yeah, that's pretty much it on my review. I'm not sure if I'm going to review the next episode that is going to be on Disney Channel because of the fact that it's a crossover with that show Jessie. You know, and with some of these episodes, like that next episode and this episode that has to do with the return of the Guardians of the Galaxy, they're chronologically, they're aired out of order because from what I've seen in their little preview of Ultimate Spider-Man Season 3, that episode, that episode was not officially the first episode. So chronologically, that's not where that episode goes. And the deal with Jesse, that's episode 15. Chronologically, that is episode number 15. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm probably just going to do it chronological order, the way it's supposed to be, even though they're showing these episodes, a couple of these episodes, out of order. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on the episode in the comment section below. And also check out my channel this week for my review on the premieres for The Flash and Arrow. And for those of you who like other things Marvel, check out my review for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which Season 2 so far gets my seal of approval. Because I'm not sure how many people have said that. I just want this show to continue on since it's gotten better. But my name's Jimmy, and until next time, bye.